Hello class, this is a video tutorial on graphing simple interest. Let's recall this simple interest formula. I equals principal times rate times the number of years. By treating the principal and rate, these two values, by treating these as a constant while leaving time as a variable, simple interest can be graphed as a direct linear proportion. Let's do a quick example to demonstrate this. So here we have an account, could be an investment or a loan, it doesn't really matter. But here we have it saying that it's $1,000 principal at 6% per annum simple interest. So for this, using our simple interest formula, I equals P multiplied R times N, the number of years. When we substitute these values of 1,000 and 6% into these values here, these become 1,000 times 0.06 times n. Notice how in this question, the value of n has not been specified. Then when we evaluate what we are given, we can have interest equals 1,000 times 0.06, and we get 60. So these two values are equal to $60, and n remains as a variable. This kind of indicates to us that for every year, $60 of interest is gained. We can see this more in depth by creating a table of values. So here we can say that the x value is n, and the interest is the y value, or the vertical axis. For this, let's utilize the values of 0, 1, and 2. To complete these tables, we've done this in linear relationships. We substitute 0 for n, and that gives us that value here. So 0 times 60, that's just 0. Substituting 1 into 60, 1 times 60, well, that's $60 interest. So notice how it's saying that in 1 year, there will be $60 of interest in this account. Likewise, if we do 2 years, 60 times 2 gives us 120. So in the second year, there will be $120 interest in this account. Now from here, we could theoretically continue as many values as we like. So we could find 3, 4, 5, but with these points, this is enough to make this into a linear relationship. So I've made it that n is the x values and y are the interest values of I. So let's graph this. When n is 0, I is 0. So that will be at the origin, 0, 0. When n is 1, I is 60. So when n is 1, I is 60. So this point is where it meets. And the last one here, we can see when n is 2, I is 120. 120 would be here. So we can see that that is the point where it meets. Using just these 3 points, that's enough for us to graph this. Joining these lines and using a ruler to make it pass through those 2 points. And obviously this could extend off to infinity. And so from this, we can actually read the chart without having to do either the table of values or even using the formula. So for this, it says, find the interest earned after 6 years. So reading just from the graph, we can see that at 6 years, let's get a dotted line here. At 6 years, we can see that it hits this point in the line. That is the amount of interest we would have gained. And as we can see here, that's 340, it's going up by 20s. So this would be $360 interest. So find the interest earned after 6 years. We could say I equals $360 in 6 years. And so this is a nice simple demonstration of how simple interest can actually turn into a direct linear proportion or just a linear relationship. Hope to see you in the next video where we go through a few more examples on this. Hope to see you then. Best of luck.